In Penn's time, the judiciary was not viewed as an important part of government. The most important issue was the citizens' rights with respect to the crown. William Penn shared these concerns with the citizens, and not until the 18th century was there a concern with the judiciary as a major branch of government. The U.S. Constitution, ratified in 1787 in Pennsylvania, assigned the judiciary as one of 3 equal branches of government. The idea of the judiciary branch was still fairly new, though, and notes show the difficulty of the attendees at the debate of the Constitutional Convention of 1787 in conceiving a court with the power to declare acts of Congress unconstitutional. Thus, the judiciary branch was regarded as a lesser branch of government under William Penn. Still, many men of distinction served on this court. When Penn first arrived, appeals were heard by the Dutch-derived Court of the Assizes. After Penn's arrival, the role shifted to the Provincial Council, which exercised control over 2 branches of government, the executive branch and the judicial branch, unlike today's 3 separate branches. This body was elected by the citizens of Pennsylvania. Ultimately, judgment was still in the hands of the Crown. The council acted as an appellate court and court of original jurisdiction where the case is first heard. This system was not rendered fully effective, though. The council only met in Philadelphia, which made appeals very inconvenient and expensive to people in other parts of the state. In 1684, an act was passed creating the provincial court, consisting of 5 judges appointed by the governor. 2 of the judges would travel across Pennsylvania to hear appeals, which would be known as the Road Circuit. This was the predecessor of the Supreme Court, and it had authority over appeals in all civil and criminal cases. The Judiciary Act of 1722 created the first Supreme Court of Pennsylvania. It was a continuation of the Provincial Court under a new name. It consisted of a Chief Justice and 2 associates. The sessions were held biannually, and the Road Circuit went across the state when not in session. The early court had no fixed place of meeting. Meetings were conducted in private homes in Philadelphia. In 1705, Town House was constructed, which also served as town hall where the assembly met until the State House was built. Also, the inaugural addresses of the governors were given on the balcony of this building. The court met here until 1743 when Independence Hall was built. And once this was built, the Supreme Court occupied a chamber that had previously been held by the governor and the Council of Province. In 1806, the Western District was created, and court was held in September in Pittsburgh for the first time. There was no Supreme Court in Pittsburgh previously, so sessions were held in the Common Pleas courtroom until 1882, when a fire destroyed the old courthouse. In 1888, a new courthouse was built in Pittsburgh, celebrating 100th anniversary of Allegheny County. The Supreme Court was given a room here. The Middle District in Harrisburg was established in 1807, and the courtroom sits in the center of the main Capitol building. This is the most elaborate of the 3 primary courtrooms regularly used by the Pennsylvania Supreme Court.